Let me. Okay, it's not going to allow me to adjust. Okay, there we go. We'll get a good here. Maybe we can get some craps played. Maybe. That's pretty good. Let's see what we got. Kind of had a heartbreaker bad beat. Hello, Richard. A little bit of a heartbreaker bad beat on the Razorback game. Didn't score for 10 minutes. Come on, man. Craziness. I lost one of my red dice out of this pack of 5. I don't know where it's at. My kid probably did something with it, and that's what happens when you let your kids play with all your stuff all the time. That's cool, though. I don't mind. How's everybody doing? Is everybody good? Seems like about a 6-second delay, not bad. Anyway, so March Madness going pretty good. My two favorite teams are going to play each other in the next round, Gonzaga, Arkansas. I grew up by Gonzaga, I live in Arkansas, so that's kind of cool. Anyways, I got a $1,000 bankroll here. Yeah, if you guys watched my video, I told people if they were going to bet that game to take Memphis in the 10 points. So hopefully anybody that watched the video should have done that if they were going to play that, I hope. Gonzaga doesn't do well against very athletic teams. Like Memphis is really athletic at all 5 spots. That's what Gonzaga struggles with. But anyways, play some craps here. Got a $1,000 bankroll. I thought I'd show some live stuff. I don't normally do this. Yeah, I'll have them out in the morning by the morning. Absolutely, I will. Thank you. Baseball is about to start up. I gave baseball away for free last year for half the season. It did pretty well. Haven't decided exactly how I'm going to do baseball. I am going to put out something, but I haven't decided exactly what. So again, $1,000 bankroll here. How do you play this game? You just put chips on the table and hope it rolls. No. So what I wanted to show a little bit of tonight in the live video here is I wanted to show some of like live stuff because most of my stuff is recorded, and I do that because honestly because the other craps players, little sideshow, the other craps YouTube channels, a lot of them do a lot of live work, and I don't like to get involved when they're streaming. I don't like to hurt their stream, and I tend to, so I don't like to do that. So I kind of stick to my recorded videos more often, and I know people, they can watch whatever they want, but those guys are my friends. I like those guys, so I try not to involve myself in their time. Anyways, back to this. One of the reasons why I've been showing a lot of this towering stuff or this parlaying, the field on top of each other, because guys, you can play craps from a making money standpoint kind of 2 ways, right? You can play it where it's a grind and you make a little bit of money a whole bunch of times, or you can play it where you're trying for one big win or a couple big wins, and that can be done a few ways. The big wins can be done a few ways. For example, some people play craps basically waiting for the long roll because they're just pressers and they press, and then when a long roll finally hits, they get a big pile of money. Some people will do parlays, and they'll parlay stuff like they'll parlay the hard ways, they'll parlay the horn, they'll parlay the field. And this is, so it just takes one good run of that group of numbers to really get a good payday out of it. And that's why I've been showing some of that. I didn't really ever show any of that in the beginning of my channel. And the reason is because I didn't really like it then, um, but it's kind of like as obviously as my channel has got older, I've changed as a craps player a lot as well. So if you watch like my original videos outside of the toolbox videos, them are still 100% philosophy I have. But some of my original videos, I don't really play craps that way anymore. But I don't take them off because I made them and people watched them or whatever, and so I appreciate it. But a lot of that I don't play craps that way anymore. So basically, I only play craps one. Well, I play craps two ways anymore, and that's it. That's the only two ways I play. Right, the first way I play is through the don't, and then I manipulate the board how I see fit with my don't bet. The other way I play is I try to make large wins, and whether that's towering numbers, whether that's parlaying numbers, uh, because I don't want to be at the casino forever. Believe it or not, guys, I'm not a big fan of being at the casino. I don't really like the casino all that much like I used to when I was younger. I actually kind of don't like it. It's not a lot there for me like it used to be because I don't drink anymore. Or if I drink very little. So, and I don't just like to sit there because a lot of times me and my wife have stuff we're doing in Memphis or whatever. And so it's okay. And I like to gamble. I do like craps and I like to do that part of it. But as far as just sitting at the casino all day, I'm not interested in that. So I don't really like grinder strategies at all. And believe it or not, I don't think grinder strategies are profitable long term. So we're going to start with a $100 don't. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to kind of use the iron cross to power the 4 and 10. And this is something I really like to do. Right, so we're going to go, we have a $100 don't. I like going 3 and 2. So this is a 3E and 2C. And I like to use 15 and 10. And the reason I do this is because I don't want to lose on the 11. I like to win. But I get all these horn numbers, and then I can also run a horn parlay. And if I roll the 2 or the 3, I get paid twice on it. So it's kind of a cool little deal. Obviously, if I roll a 7, I just get smacked. And that's part of it. If you're going to play through the don't, you're always going to be at the mercy of the 7 for one roll. Here we go. And we got a 5, 4, 1. All right, so it looks like you lose 25, right? Because you did. Someone said, but you always lose $25 there. I'm like, yeah, I do. Not always, though. And so we're going to go 60-60 here. I like playing with people that know how to play. And I don't mean shoot the dice. What I mean is people that have their bets ready that move quickly. So it doesn't matter if there's people there as long as they move the game along quickly. So a lot of times I like to play with people I know because I know they're going to have their stuff and it's not going to be sitting there going, well, they throw out some chips and they're like, well, I want the 5, I want the 8. Let me have some of those back for odds, that kind of thing. Oops, I was only supposed to put 75 in odds there. 75 in odds. But that's what I like. I like to play with people that know how to play. That way the game moves along. Unless I'm just sitting there playing the don't, then I don't care who's there really. All right, and we're going to go 20 in the field here. Okay, and so the idea of what we're doing here is we're using the don't to cover the cross. But every one of these field hits, we're going to power this 4 and 10 up. And we're going to try to get some big hits on this 4 and 10 is the idea. Here we go. See what happens. We got the 9, 6 tray 9. That's a $20 winner in the field. We'll put it right on the 4. Here we go. And the 8, 5, 3, 8. Now we're only using the field to power. This is how we're going to collect this as profit. So the field's going to lose and you're going to win $70 on the 8. We're going to replace the 20 in the field. We're going to rack 50. All right, we're powering the field, trying to power it up. 6, 5, 1. And I'm just chunking the dice against the table kind of hard, guys. That way it's just like any roller. $70 winner. So we've racked 100. we've pressed the 420 in 3 rolls. We've done all that in 3 rolls. And the 6 again, so we're hitting them insiders, getting some profit built up. 516. It's another $70 winner. All right. Here we go. Can we hit that 4? Nope, 7. That's fine. We had 3 $50 winners and then rolled the 7. So we can definitely live with that. All these are going to lose. You're going to win 100 there. You're going to win 50 for 75 there. And we'll take it. That is definitely acceptable. And that's why I like the don't, playing through the don't. All right, so we're going to keep trying to power this 4 and 10. We didn't roll any of them there, but that's good because that means the next round we probably will roll some. All right, so let's do the same thing. 3. Well, it's 15 and 10. 3 and 2 if you're playing smaller. All right, here we go. Coming out. Oh, got a loser on the come out. No big deal. You are going to have these. These are going to be part of your game. Right? This is all going to lose. So that was probably all of our profit from the first round, but that's fine. It will come back. The come out losers on the 7 on the don't, guys, I don't ever worry about them. I just don't. Because it's part of the game. Okay, there's back-to-back ones. Now that's not nice. But it's part of the game. I mean, if you're going to play through the don't, there is going to be that occasional time where the 7 on the come out wrecks you. It's going to, every now and then, that's going to happen. All right, there's the 4. So now this, after the 2 losers, I would definitely look at this one situationally, and I would probably play this don't pretty big. Here, this lay, because there's $100. I'm going to trade it in for a black chip. Because we are down, and I would try to pick up some of that money I just lost. So I'm going to lay 250 in odds. So right there, that's going to win 125 and 100. And then let's mark that 4. So now we obviously can't power the 4. But what we can do is we can still power the 10, but we can also keep adding odds. And that's kind of like powering the 4 in a way. And in this case, I might actually go for like 3 hits and then come down and just try to win on the 4, right? So I'm a 2-to-1 favorite. All right. Oh, I didn't get enough red chips today. All right. Here we go. Obviously, we don't want to hit the 4 here. It would be very, very disastrous. And we cut the 7 early. Ouch. That's actually not that good to get that early because we were looking for some hits. I mean, not a big deal. That's 3 7s and 4 rolls, though. That's not nice. All right, so then this right here is going to win 125. It's 250. Oh, no, it's 300. Sorry, I was wrong. So it's going to win 150. Thought I put 250 up there, but obviously I put 300, so it's okay. We won some of that money back. At least one round of it. Because we got 800, 900. We're only down $80. Let me get 25 here in red. And so that's one of the reasons why when you get the 4 to the 10, you should kind of go for it on the don't. If you have the 4 to the 10 on the don't, you should make a shot. Take a shot at it. Yeah, I mean, you guys, if you're going to just grind it out and you're not going to take your opportunities when they're there, then you shouldn't be playing that way. And there's the hard 10. Nice. So we get the other end this time. Haven't hit no horn numbers yet, but they'll come. Eventually you'll have one on the come out and you'll get a payday. All right, so same thing here. I'm going to go 200 this time. And guys, I could easily roll that and lose $300. But one of the things that people sometimes, I think, when they're building strategies or they're thinking about strategies, is you got to realize that, drop that for chips, is you are gambling. You can lose. That is a possibility. All right, so we're going to power the 4. And maybe we'll power the 4 and the 9 here. If we can. If we get it, well, there's the 7 early again. Well, come on now. It can't show any kind of plays if we're just always going to roll 7s, right? Right, there's 100 there. It's going to win 100 over here as well. So we actually ended up losing a little money on that overall because of our hedge here. I just expected to get past one roll. I guess expectations don't always pan out. Arkansas covering that spread. Should have 10 minutes without scoring a point and still won by 5. Craziness. All right, here we go, coming out. And we got the 8. Okay, so we got a different number. Again, we probably should have played that 10 even bigger. You know, you're a 2-to-1 favorite. So I might have, you know, that was probably a little soft. Hey, Waylon. Probably should have even went a little bigger. Let's go 60 in odds here. Again, now we're going to get a power of 4 and 10 if we get a chance. Unless we just keep rolling PSOs. Get 5 red chips. Dice have eyes. Eyes and ears, they say. Both eyes and ears. They are alive. All right, here we go. PSO or not. We got an 11. All right. No PSO. We power this 4 and 10 again. $20 winner. Let's go to the 10 this time. Come on, 10. 6, okay. So it's going to win $70. You're going to lose the field. Rack that $50. Come here. Here we go. 3. 1, 2, 3. It's going to win $20. Let's put it on the 4, man. Can we get a 4 or a 10? Yay! There it is. Hard 10. Nice. Okay, so this is what we're looking for, right? We're going to get that 20. We're going to win 40 over there. We're going to have to drop $1 vig. So let's get $5 in white. $1 for vig. All right, we're going to add 10 there. Add 10 there. Rack up our 40 piece. We hit 4. And looking for another 4 or a 10. Can it get there? Let's see. Oh, there's that square pair. I kind of had a feeling we were going to hit a point because we hadn't hit a point. Sometimes when I have my feelings, they tend to come true. But I didn't play it that way. But we didn't lose our power. So we still have, you know, $60 that we won out of that. So that wasn't gone. So I'm going to go right back up. All right. I'm going to be off on this come out. I'm just working right here. Just working my don't, and there's the 8. So we are right back home where we just left. All right. That's 2 8s in a row before a 7. I'm actually going to give myself a little bit of a chance here. Get some red chips. I'm going to put 120 in odds to win 100 there. Oh, I need my 20 in the field. All right, here we go. Still powering that 4 and 10. Come on, 4s and 10s. Yo, 11. Yo, 11. Gonna add 10 on each side. All right, now we need that 4 or 10. Get a couple in a row here, and we'll be through the roof. And there's the 9. Remember, you're not collecting profit on this if you're going to power numbers. You're playing for the big hits on the 4 and the 10. So if you don't like them stacks, take some off of them. And there's the 4. Bang, hit 1. Now maybe you take it down when you hit 1. That's a good play too. All right, so we got the 4. Maybe you take it down when you hit. Let's see what we got on it. 20, 30, 40, $50. So that's going to be a $100 winner for 2 white chips. They're going to drop you probably 4 greens. Most of the time they won't give you a black unless you ask for it. Hello, John. Yay, thanks, Waylon. I knew you would. I mean, this is a good play. Solid play. you're putting money on them numbers. When they hit, you win 2-1. You're taking the field where it's 1-1, and you're turning it into a 2-1 win if you can happen to get there. And it's great. It's a great move, right? Maybe you won here. Maybe you don't like it. Maybe you're going to take it in half. You know, you cut it down in half here. And personally, I wouldn't do this because it's already paid for here. But if you just are worried about profit, cut it in half. You won one, right? You won $100. All right, let's see what happens. 7 out. So it was a good move this time. Saved ourselves $60. All right, nice. But I'm just showing some options that are in there. You know, a couple options. And there's 100 there. 120 pays you 100. See, we didn't re-roll that 8. It hit us once, so we got it back right here. We got it back because we had enough guts to believe that we're probably not going to see it again. And then trust in our reads. You got to trust yourself. Trust what you think. Yeah, the 4 and 10. If you play the 4 and... One of the things people don't realize is when you play the 4 and 10 together, it's as common as the 7, right? The 4 and 10 together are as common as the 7. A lot of people don't realize that. Just like the horn is as common as the 7, it has the same amount of combinations. Guys, the dice don't care about the combinations. They don't care which way they roll, right? It's all about percentages, right? It's all about how often does this happen, right? If it happens 16% of the time, well, it happens 16% of the time in any 6 combination combo. So if 6 combinations, if you chose the 4 and then you chose the 3 and the 2, it's still 16%. You know, you could play 4-3-2 all day long and you have the same probability as the 7. And there's no denying that, guys. That's the math of the game. So when you play the 4 and 10 together, they have 3 each. The 7 has 6 as well. So it's when you play them in combination like that. So that's why putting towers on the 4 and 10 or playing the 4 and 10 on the light side is just as good as playing the 4 and 10 on the dark side. Right? But you don't play, in my opinion, you shouldn't play the 4 and 10 together on the dark side because you're losing your advantage. When you break your money up, you're losing that probability advantage because then you're 6-6 to lose. If you have it on one of them, now you're 3-6, right? So on the dark side. So on the light side, you should play both, in my opinion. On the dark side, you should only play one. But the 4 and 10 are 2 of the more powerful numbers in the game of craps. I actually have a video on that, Mr. Hernandez. I actually have a video. I can't remember what I call it. All evens or something. Coming out. What did we get? The 6. I was hoping we could hit a horn there, man. Maybe hit 2 horns in a row. Show a nice little parlay there. And that's all it takes, guys. 2 horns in a row. If you parlay your money, 2 horns is you're going to win a couple $100 probably, or at least into the hundreds. All right. But you got to be willing to parlay those bets, guys. You have to be willing to do that stuff if you want to make big wins. If you just want to grind it out and play 96 across all the time and hope for 3 hits and down, I'm not knocking that. You're going to win a lot of money, right? But you're never going to win those big ones. You're never going to have that run of 4 4s in a row where you're pressing it and $20 turns into $500. You're not going to have those runs playing those less aggressive, those grinder styles. So it's kind of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other in a lot of ways. Are both ways profitable? Yes, they are. Which way is easier to win? The aggressive style is easier to win if you're willing to go home once you win. Now, if you're not willing to go home once you win, if you're there for a certain set amount of time, be careful with your money. But if you're there just to win and make money and leave, go for it. Be aggressive. What'd you go for if you're not going to do that, right? If you're not going to gamble, don't go. Here we go. Coming out. Or not coming out. We're just trying to roll numbers. And we got the 7 right away. Nice. So back to our PSO stuff. That's awesome. All right. So that's going to win 100. And we actually lost $5. Not a big deal. But still. Still, Jacob, I'm up. Or maybe I'm not up. I thought I was up. Maybe not. Can we get a horn number? Let's see an 11. Guys, if I roll an 11, it's $225. I know I lose these. Man, it's a good one. Here we go. Can I get a horn? No. I can get a 9. 639. That's okay. We like the 9. Got a big advantage on the 9. A 2 combination advantage with the 7. So it's nice. 9 is a good one to have. Don't be afraid of your don't numbers. There's no reason. I like regular tables. I like the interaction with the dealer. It's not, honestly, I don't like bubble craps at all, really. But the plexiglass tables are fine, but it's one dealer and it's not direct interaction. I like the interaction with the dealer. I prefer it. It's part of the game to me, and I like it. All right, so we got the 9. Let's go. Let's get a little aggressive here on the 7, since we seem to roll PSOs. Let's what 150 on it. Get maybe a little more profit out here on this ugly 7. All right, can we get a number? Yeah, and PSO again. So kind of paying attention to what's going on. I'm not even trying hard, and I'm realizing that these PSOs are just coming like crazy. All right, so there's 100. What got me into doing craps on YouTube? Well, if I'm being 100% honest, when I saw what was on YouTube when I started, there was a lot of stuff that I didn't believe. There was a lot of stuff that was wrong in my opinion. And so I decided to put my own personal opinion on craps out there. When I first started into YouTube, outside of the way Jeremy shows videos, Jeremy does like tutorial style videos. The other guys were all showing either dice control or they were just pounding in your head, pass line come odds, pass line come odds. And that's all they would say over and over and over. Like guys like Shackelford and stuff. That's the only way to win. It's just not true. In my opinion, honestly, it's actually bad play. It's actually bad play to play that way. People are going to say, well, it's the best house edge. That's not even true either. Because house edge is so flawed, the calculation for it. But that's what got me into it. Really, I just saw stuff that I didn't believe in the game, and I wanted to put my opinion out there. And so I started putting my opinion out there, and I started putting my style of play out there. And it turned out where people liked it. So that's good for me. All right, here we go. Coming out, and can we get a horn number? Close. We got really close. 2 deuces. That's a good one, though, because we got this don't. We're going to load up on it. We're not afraid of it. Never afraid of our good numbers on the don't. You got to take these chances, guys, if you're going to play the don't. Give yourself a chance to win. We're actually going to go 300, actually. Got to give yourself a chance to win on those. If you're going to play the don't. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate everyone's opinion. Like, I'm not going to say those guys are wrong that were making that, because the calculation they're using is correct the way when they calculate it, but they're not taking in all the factors. And when I point that out, for a long time people shot it down and said I got lots of comments saying I didn't know what I was talking about and all this stuff. And then eventually I got more and more people that really started looking into what I was saying and trusting what I was saying. And plus I was showing it on video. I wasn't just saying it. All right, here we go. Can we power up this 9 and this 10? Let's go. In fact, let's just say we're going to just purely power the 10. All right, can we dodge? Oh, well, right away we get the 10. That kind of ruins that plan. $20, that's fine. Let's stack her up on there. Here we go. 9, okay. It's a good one. We're gonna get 20 more bucks. Stack her up on there. Come on, 10. Come on out of there. Come on out of those 10 woods. There's the 6. That's a good one. We're gonna win 50 bucks and we're gonna put it in the rack. It's always good when you put green chips in the rack. $70 winner. you're sticking your green chips in the rack, it's a good thing. All right. There we go. And the 10, yes, sir. Get them. Get them with that hard 10 right there. All right, I know what 20 and 20 is. That's 40. So that's going to be an $80 winner. All right, $80. It's going to cost us 4 and big. So let's drop that nickel. Trade it for a white one. All right, and we're going to get paid $80 on that. On that $20 bet. It was an original $20 bet, remember? So 20 turned into 80. But think about it now. We can pull this all down, and it's actually like 150 bucks. You know, so, and we can still be in the same position. Or we can keep stacking it up. We could move it to the 9. We could stack it on the 5. We could put it on the don't. We could throw it on the field. I mean, it's all free. We just want $80. Every bit of this is paid for. $80. It's paid for. We paid for stuff. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. I like to think I'm pretty good at this. All the people that have played with me, I feel like they would say the same thing. You like to ask the square pair guys. Ask Wilson's on here a lot. Morton Lobin, he's on here a lot. Dave from Same Bet. Rob Downs. These guys, they've all played with me, and I do the exact same things in real life. So, not YouTube life. So it's Larry, good friend of mine, met through YouTube here. Larry, I played with him quite a bit. Mike Arndt. These guys, I've played with all these guys. Ken Harris. I mean, just I try to meet up with as many people as I can, but obviously I live right in the middle of the country, so if you don't live right in my area, it's harder for me. But still, I mean, I do the same things at the craps tables I do on these videos, and it works the same way, guys. I'm not saying I never lose. I do lose. But it's not that common. Like, I win more than I lose, for sure. So here we go. Can I get another one? There's the 5. Take it. I like the 5. We haven't seen very many 5s. Been kind of hiding out. $70 winner. Rack some green chips. Always a good thing. Always a good thing. All right. Can I get a 5? Again. Oh, boom. There's our aces in both of those places. So this is a cool one. You can do some different things here, right? Hey, 5s. You can do some different things here. So me and 5s have had like email contact since the beginning of my channel, basically. 5s has just been emailing me forever, and then he started his own channel and stuff. Just really cool guy. I don't do Twitch. Guys, I have a hard enough time just doing enough on YouTube. You know, I have 2 young kids. I actually have a real job. You know, I have a kind of a full life, you know. So I don't have a ton of time. But I try to do my best, you know, getting in here. So you got a double in the bubble here. So it's kind of cool. You could rack 20 of it, right? You could put it all in the 10. But what I like to do when I get these double bubbles is I like to pick up these hard ways. Because it's kind of like a little bonus win. You still do what we're doing, but man, you pick up those hard ways. Now, if we roll the hard 10, it's kind of like we win 3 times, you know? So it's just extra. You won on here. You got a lucky roll. And now, if you happen to roll that hard 10, it's even better. Or if you got worried about that 4, you could take all these. Bam, now that 4 hard is paid for. Or at least you're getting some of that back. Either way is cool. I mean, whatever you'd want to do. You could hop the 7s with it. You could play the horn. Just when you get those double bubble hits or the triple sometimes, guys, use them. Use that extra bonus money. Use it effectively. Don't be afraid of it. Throw it on the hard ways. You know, parlay it in the field. Throw it on, you know, on a C-bet. Do something where that extra little bonus could turn into a really, really good win. Don't just rack it. I always hear, I'm just going to rack it. And you just got a bonus. Invest that sucker. All right, here we go. Can we get through? Oh, and there's the hard 4. We should have left that sucker on there. We just got smacked, but it's okay. Not a huge deal. I mean, it does suck losing $400. That is kind of brutal. After all that talk, we're going to get a little consolation 35 there. Actually, that was kind of brutal. I'd be facetious if I said it wasn't. So what we're going to have to do here is we're going to have to make some guts moves. You're going to have to be gutsy. Remember, guys, I brought the $1,000 to the table. I'm willing to lose the $1,000. Willing to lose it. If I put it on the table, I am willing to lose it. I need to move these out of the way a little bit. All right. I'm going to put $300 on this don't. And I'm going to go, so I got to get at least 300. So I got to play at least 25 on the yo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 25 and I'm going to put 15 on the C bet. And I'm going to leave everything else out there. But I'm not going to have anything working except for the field. All my place bets and my hard ways will be off. I'm going to hopefully get through this roll. Or if I'm lucky, I'll roll a horn number. And there's the 5. That is not a horn number, but it'll work. It'll work. It's going to lose. That's going to lose. That's going to lose. Now we're going to have that on the 5. We're going to take that down. We don't need that there. I could just take these like this and put them right there. That's probably what I'll do. So I got 300. Could take the 10 down. All right. I really want to win this bet, right? Because we just got smacked right here. I'd really like to win that bet. So what I'll probably do from here is I will probably power the don't lay. I'll probably put every win I got into this don't lay to try to win on this 7. Hopefully we don't roll this 5. And we rolled the 7 right away. Dang it. Didn't get no chances at it. Okay. There's 100. 200. Dang it. It would have been a lot nicer 300. To get a couple wins in there and really power that up. Didn't get there. Didn't get that shot. But I want to show you what happened by us playing that way. So we saved ourselves. We probably saved our day by having a little bit of guts. All right, so there's 600, 700, 800. So we're only down about $100. So we could have been down quite a bit, but we had some guts. You know, we are there to gamble. So now we got our money back, basically. Just have to redo our game plan. It was going really good. Got derailed. Could have took down at any time. So I'm not worried about that because I could have took down that 10. I could have took down any time there. Could have took those odds off. So just got to make a small adjustment. Yeah, I have no shortage of the guts. That's true. But, guys, I look at it this way. Whatever I put on the table, I'm willing to lose. I'm willing to lose that money. And there's a come out 7, so that's not good. Can we get a horn winner? A come out winner? I'm going to get a $100 black chip. I give him the black chip on the don't there. Can I get a horn winner? I just want to maybe get 2 in a row. It's a heck of a parlay. That's right. Scared money can't win. You got to try. Come on, horn. Where are you at? I might have to play the horn the whole time to get it done. And we can do that. We can play that way. We can definitely play the horn the whole time and do that. So let's go same level here on the cross. Still going to power the 4 and 10. $20 in the field. But what we're going to do, $150 there. We're going to play the horn for 20 every roll. $20 horn every roll with it. All right, we need a horn number because this is going to be some big wins. Come on, horn numbers. There's a yo right out the gate. Look at that, baby. All right. That right there. $75 on the yo. All right, let's replace our horn like this. Rack that. We need to power our, let's just power the 4. Let's do it this way. All right, we're going to play a 3-way C bet. We're not going to re-roll the yo, I don't think. So first roll, we got what we were looking for. 3-way C. And there's the 8, okay. No big deal. We're probably done with the horn. We got one in, We're happy with that. $70 winner on the 8. Replace the field and rack that. All right, so do I need that many odds? No, I don't. I just won 75. So I'm making some adjustments here, guys, because I've been beat up a few times. So I'm making a few adjustments as I'm going here. And there's the 7. Oh, one roll too early. That's okay. We won plenty of money there. You don't have to win all your money back at once either. That's something I see people. It's okay if you're trying to save your day. I get that. But don't try to win all of your money back at once. If you have one loss, it's okay to have one loss or 2 losses. But unless it's a day saving type of play, it's gonna go up and down. Right? It's gonna go that way. Right? We need to reset our. Can we get a come out horn? Horn number come out. Can we get it? Yes! Finally. It's the not the best one, but still a really good one, right? 6-5 yo. We're gonna lose this, we're gonna lose this. We have $15, okay? So that's 75 times 3 is what it is. All right, that's what that wins. We do lose this. But it's 75 times 3. So we got to replace it. And then what I like to do is I like to take that there. And this is how I press it. All right, so I turn that into a quarter now. And I turn that into 15. And I would really like to hit again. If I can smack this sucker again, the 2 or the 3 or something, it's really going to help. And we got the 6. No big deal. Okay. Let's go up one level on the cross. Let's go to 90. Let's go to the $90 level. Take our chance. I need 5 more red chips. We're going to go 120 in odds. That goes in there. Okay, so $90 level, we can either go 50, and then we win 50 on the 6, 5, and 8. Or we win 55 on the 5 and 8, or we win 50 on the field. Or we can go lower. I'm going to go 50, though. Just going to be aggressive. Hopefully I don't roll the 6. Wouldn't really like the 6 here. Obviously, it would hurt my feelings. And there's the hard 4. We like that one, though. We do like that one. So let's go win $50. All right, power of 10. It's going to move a little quicker if we can hit some of these. And there's the 3. Move a little quicker if we can hit them. All right, so we already got $100 on that 10. That 10 needs to happen. The 8, 5, 3. Okay. It's going to win 105. Lose the field. All right. Next, we're going down one level. Why am I doing this? Why am I going down a level? Because I have $100 in play out here. I want to rack some of this profit. We've had an up and down day. Got to rack some of this money up. So I have all right, so I have 650 in the rack, but I have 100, 200, 300. I have nearly $400 on the table. So I still want to play this 10 because I want to hit that 10, right? That's a big winner. But I also don't want to just not win anything on this hand. And there's the 9, okay. It's going to win 20. Let's get on the 4. There's the 8. That's going to win 50. 6, deuce, 8. We can get it off the wall there. It's going to win 70 overall, but 50 overall, but 70 total. Come on, 10. Come on, 6-4. Oh, it was right there. Oh, the rubber knocked it off the 6. That's okay. We'll take the 9. We like it. Stack that up. Now look at our 4 and our 10 going. If you want to keep some profit, cut them in half. Cut them in half if you want to keep some profit. Oh, that just rolled to a 7. I'm going to take some profit. It just rolled over to a 7. Let's see what happens. Aces in both places. Nice. It's a $40 win. All right, we're going to do the same thing. But we're going to put it on the hard 6 here. In fact, we're going to stick it all on the hard 6. The whole win. Bam! Back-to-back aces? What? Man, horn parlay, hard parlay on the field. Boy, that would have been nice. All right, we don't put it on there no more, do we? Stack it all in that 4. Here we go. Come on now. 8. And we are killing it. Killing it. Okay, are you guys ready for this? Okay. We've had quite the up and down session, right? Count your rack. I'm trying to make profit. Count your rack. 500, 600, 700, 750. All right, 800, 900, 1,000. See what I'm saying? Count your rack. All right, you're here to make profit. Let's get this out of here. All right, it hasn't been the best day. It's been up and down. All right, let's take these off. And I know we were powering them, but we still want to make money. All right, so what do we have in the rack now? 500, 600, 700, 800, 900. We're at about 960. All right, we could even drop down one more level and make sure we're in the profit. All right, still we could play the power of the 4 and the 10. But we could take this down one more level because of the day it's been. Take that to 15. Take the odds off. Now we're profitable. Now it's a profitable day. Still play the same game. All right? But we manipulated our way back into good graces, back into profit. Now we're looking great, right? If we roll a 6 here, so what? And we got the 8. Well, that wasn't a 7, guys. That was a 6 deuce 8. All right. So this is going to lose. We're going to win 35 on the 8. Replace it. Still playing the same game. We're still powering the 4 and 10. We're just making sure we leave with money. And there's the 4. Okay. So now, right now, people are like, see, it came. Well, it did. It did. But we could have easily rolled a 7 before that. There's the 5. Very good roll here. Win 35. We're going to go on and get the 4 here. We're in the profit, so it's okay to make some changes. There's the 9. Okay. We're killing this field here. Take them both to buys. Let's bump that up. Come on, 410. And there's the yo. We just bumped that field up one nickel, so that's good. All right, it's going to win 20 now. 10 on each. See, we still get the same thing accomplished here. Still haven't seen a bunch of 4s and 10s, so 9 again. We're killing that one. Should have been powering the 9, huh? Holy crap. All right, so we're locked in. One hit on these, and we're going to make a move. Come on, 410. 9 again. Holy crap on these 9s, on these field numbers. Just going crazy. Craziness. Everyone at the table is playing the 9 except for me here. And the 6. We just smacked on the 6 finally, but that's okay. Made profit, locked profit in. All right, so what do we got in the rack? Before we count anything out there, remember that's all safe out there still. 500, 600. There's 1,000. So it looks like we're up $100 in the rack, not counting what's on the table. I'm going to turn these into 4 black chips. That way we can kind of see what's going on better. All right, so that's the OG bankroll, original bankroll. Looking healthy right there. Let's get our 3 and 2. We need a $100 chip on the don't. Everything on the board on the place bets is off. Come on, horn number. 4. We like the 4. Man, that should have been working, right? Ooh, that'd have been it. Let me take this, put this right over here where it belongs on that 10. All right. We need a winner on the 6 there, 15 there, and we need some odds. Do we need odds? The only thing we have at risk really is the 10, and it's all profit. So do we really need odds? It's the 4. Got to have odds, right? Go 120 in odds. Got to have odds on the 4. 2-1 favorite. Here we go. Come on, 10. There's the 5. Okay. 3, 2, 5. It's going to win $35. All right, we're going to put this right here. Come on, 10. Oh, we got beat up on the 4. Oh, that's brutal. That's ugly. That is so ugly brutalness. Okay. Well, still have our huge stack out there. Huge stack. Okay, let's go right back. Right back. In this case, guys, I haven't seen a 7 forever. I wouldn't be opposed to hopping the 7s here, just because I haven't seen one in so long. And if I was going to do it, I would do it at least $10 a piece. So let's do that. So I'm just going to throw 30 right here. That's a hop 7 bet. All right. The only thing working is going to be these plays in this. All the box numbers are going to be off. And there's the 9. Okay. Cost us some money there, but again, it's a feel sometimes. Feel game. All right. Do I want to split this in half? I've seen so many 4s. I'm going to leave it. 15 in the field. Fill out the cross. Man, we've had so many 9s. 150. Should be safe. Here we go. There's the 6. Okay. We're gonna go a little rack mode here. All right, we have that 10 built. $35 win. Can we roll the 10? Oh, it was so close. 6-5 yo. 6-5 yo. That's $15 winner in the field. Let's get that 4 rolling. Come on now. 10. There's a 3. 2-1. This has been such a long roll. Such a long roll. What do we do here? We have about 500 there. 6, 7, 8, 9. If we mess up here, we're no longer in profit. So, what do we do here? What do you think? Do you want to stay in profit? If we roll a 7 here, we're going to get, 200 back, and that's going to basically put us even. We could take a lot of this money down and make sure we're safe. Could add money to the 7. Oh yeah, field parlay would have been so big in this one. All right, let's just roll it out. Maybe we hit this 10. See where we're at. And there's the 5. Okay, so it's another $35. Lose the field. Here we go. Let's come on, 10. There's the 3. We are all over this field, or we are. This is ridiculous on this field, really. I mean, it's just insanity. All right, here we go. Come on, 4-10. There it is. 6-4-10, baby. 6-4-10. Yes, sir. That was on the 10. Got it. Got it. All right, let's see what's on there. I have no idea what's on there. Oh, it was a full 100. Nice. It's going to be 200 for a nickel. We're going to owe them 5. All right. That was a 6-4, guys. I know you guys all saw that. All right. Fantastic. We're going to cut it in half because we want to go home a winner. We're going to rack that. We're going to put this over here. All right. Now look at us. Look at us. I'm going to put that back too. We don't need that out there. Look at us. Nice. Very comfortable situation all of a sudden. Had a little guts in us. Little baby guts. That's kind of weird. I'm not going to say that again. All right, $35 winner. Here we go. 4. Bang. Bang. Yeah, you've lost a lot of money laying the 4 and 10 in this one. That happens sometimes. 50, 60. That's only going to pay about 120 there. A little 120 action. All right, 120 is going to be 60 is going to be 3 white chips. Yeah, put that there, that there, that there. Rack that one. Come on, 410. Gotta love those towers. Get there, 4 and 10. Aces in both places. We have been crushing these aces. I don't think we've seen a single 12, but we've seen a ton of aces. And that's one on each in this case. All right, I gotta trade these in because I'm out of red chips. That's a clean 100. $75, okay. Nice. Let's get it. 410, 410. 6, we'll take it. 2 3s. Oops. Sorry. $35 winner on the 6. Just keep it rolling. Come on, 410. 7 out. We will take it. A-okay with me. Get that 4 money back. All right. So that's the 7. I'm going to call that good. Had our good run. Our one good run, baby, right? One good run. That's all it took. All right, let's trade that in for 100. That will make this easier. We need a green chip to make that 500. All right, so 500. 1,000. So we're up to 250. We're up $270. And guys, that was completely random. I didn't have to be a dice controller or anything. All I had to do was pay a little bit of attention to what was going on. That was it. Yeah, one good roll. That's it. Hit your 410 a few times. Power numbers, guys. Give yourself a chance to win. And that's what a lot of my videos lately have been about, is about giving yourself a chance to win. So many players don't ever give themselves that chance. They just don't give themselves the chance to win because they don't try to win. You know, they don't power numbers. They just same bet. Same bet is same loss, right? Same bet is same loss. That's long living thing at craps. If you always say same bet, you're always going to lose probably about the same amount of money day in and day out. Give yourself a chance. Look, we only had one good roll that mattered. Hit that 10 when it mattered, right? And that's what happened. You hit the right numbers. I mean, you got to put money on them, right? You have got to play them. And we use profit to get there, right, guys? So that was always profit. The don't was always covering the initial. The don't was always covering our initial play. We just used the profit to make our hit. And so, you guys, what I'm trying to get at here is you have to give yourself a chance to win. You have to give yourself a chance to put money on the table, to make wins, to make bigger wins. And if you'll do this, you'll see the benefits of it. You guys saw this was up and down for me. It wasn't a sure thing. It went up and down. I took some chances, made some plays, got hit a few times, won a few times. Nice. I'm glad. Start a channel. I love it. Hey, Ken. It does happen. I mean, and it does, but you got to stick with it. You really do, Ken. If you want to have those good wins, it's just, otherwise you're just going to, unless you're willing to win $50, if you just want to win $50, cool. Dude, grind it out, win $50. That's awesome, easy. But if you want to have a win, a real win, and guys, if you think about it, one different roll of the dice, if we would have hit the 4, we would have won $200 more. One different roll of the dice. But I get one different roll of the dice the other way, we could have lost some money. But I mean, that's really how simple it is. It's a lot of it is about guts, and it's about guts and discipline, putting the guts and discipline together. Because there's a lot of strategies that work, right? There's a ton of strategies that work. But if you want them to make money, you have to have some guts, and you have to have discipline with it to, when you do make your money, to take your butt home. And it's the nature of the game. You just have to do it. But okay, so I hope you guys liked my little gameplay here. Got good insight into the way I like to play. That's awesome. Yeah, absolutely, Waylon. I totally agree. thanks, Fives. Yeah, but again, guys, it's just, if you want to win, you got to try. I mean, it's kind of like betting on sports, right? If everything in your brain, in your heart, is telling you to play a team, play the team. Thank you, Sideshow. Like I'm a huge Gonzaga fan, but I would have never laid 10 points against a team I know Gonzaga doesn't match up well with. Now they got the win, but they barely got the win, and it's kind of, don't let your heart deceive your eyes, kind of thing, right? In the craps is the same way. Don't let your heart deceive your eyes, right? Your heart's telling you, man, this 7, it's always going to come. It always beats us. It always beats us. Don't let it deceive what you're seeing on the table when you're seeing these 4s and 10s or 6s and 8s just get crushed, just getting hammered repeatedly. Bet those numbers. Bet them. Give yourself a chance. Yeah, 10 points was out there. That was insane. Gonzaga, Arkansas, my 2 favorite teams in the world. In college basketball, I grew up close to Gonzaga, like 30 miles from it. I live in Arkansas. So, it's cool. I finally get to see him play in the NCAAs. Really neat. And I obviously don't have a preference there, so whoever wins, I'll be happy. I just want to see a killer game, maybe come down to the last shot or something. I actually don't think Arkansas matches up very well with Gonzaga, because Gonzaga has 2 7-footers and Arkansas has 1 7-footer that never plays. So we're gonna have to make it into a fist fight, like we make every game as Arkansas fans, and as Gonzaga fan, just gotta play big, throw our big men, and nail 3-pointers. It'll be interesting. It'll be a really interesting game. I actually think Arkansas will be overmatched in this one, and I actually think Gonzaga will probably win it pretty good. Yeah, the Big 12 teams are killing it. God, they're playing well. Big 12 teams are doing big. Yeah, Bama. Yeah, they finally lost one today, yeah. Now, the Big 12 is tough, man. Big 12 is tough all year long. They're really good. Uh, Texas Tech is tough. Yeah, they're looking like the real deal. The way they play defense, they could definitely really cause some problems for everybody. The one problem Texas Tech has is when a team gets against them, they can really shoot. That's their one thing. They have a problem with a team that can just really shoot the ball, and they'll run into one here and there, or a team that's just has star power, because that's how Kansas always beats them, is just with the star power. They have the Abawagawagi or whatever his name is. And he's just kind of too big of a star for him. So that's Texas Tech's big downfall. They play that style and it works great until you just run into that team that's just better. Yeah, if Texas Tech hits their threes, yeah, they're a monster. But no, I'm huge fan. Man, Michigan's tough. Michigan played in the Big Ten, so their losses just aren't as bad. Yeah, they did beat Kansas. You're right. They did beat Kansas earlier. But the Big Ten, the Big 12 are just so tough. And so teams that have 7, 8, 9 losses in those conferences, it's not as big of a deal. Every one of those teams just beats each other to death. So Michigan is tough. They're tough out. They got legit star power. They got NBA players on their team. Guys will be playing the NBA, and they're tough out. Uh, Baylor. Baylor, you saw the lack of their star player. He got hurt earlier in the year. You saw the lack of it today. You saw down the stretch, they just, the Flagler guy, he just can't carry the whole load all the time against top competition. He needed his running mate. The guy got hurt, a couple weeks ago, so that hurt them. They were kind of lost their title chances there, really. Oh, what'd you miss? Man, we won 200 and something bucks. Because as the square pair guys say, that I never lose on my videos. That's what they say, but that's not true. If you've watched a lot of my videos, you've seen a lot of live videos, I've lost a lot. But they always say I never lose on my videos. Yep. And I didn't even have to try to control the dice. That's odd, right? Didn't even have to control the dice. So one of the things I always argue, I'm going to talk about dice control a little bit. All right? Talk about dice control just a little. So if you're trying to control the dice, you're trying to manipulate the dice. Do I believe this works? Yes, I do think you can manipulate the dice. And I've talked about this a lot, but I don't think it works like most people believe it works. I'm not going to get into it right now. You can hear that stuff on 20 of my other videos or 30 of my other videos. So, a lot of people like shooting this dice set, right? Dice set this, dice set that, grip, landing zone, style, whatever they want to say. All right? For you to make this work correctly, you have to throw these dice, and they have to do exactly what you want. And they have to think about that. They have to do that. They have to do what you want to get the result you want. When you throw randomly, that's true. King Dice can definitely show me. When you throw randomly, you already know the answer. You already know exactly the answer. You don't have to guess, right? You have no guesses if you throw randomly. You know what each number will come at. Right? You know exactly what percentages, how many combinations of each, right? Going into the game. So you know that The 4 will come at 8%, 8 point something percent of the time. All right, you know that. It's no secret. It's 100% true. You got it. The 5 will roughly come at 12% of the time. The 6 and 8 will roughly come at 14% of the time. And the 7 will roughly come at 16% of the time. Right? You know this. There's no secret about this. This is the math of the game. This is what the combinations of each number produce. This is the percentage of time. So if you're rolling random, you know all the answers. You know the answers to the test if you roll random. Right? That's random rolling is so much more valuable than people ever want to make it out to be. Right? People are going to say, yeah, but there's short-term spikes, this and that, short-term spikes. I will challenge you to show me that. If you roll the dice, 3 sets of 36 rolls, which is roughly what one short session would be. Go roll them yourself. 3 sets of 36. Mark them on them numbers. And I bet you that they come close, so close to what they're supposed to roll. So 3 sets of 36, you should see 9 4s. You should see 12 5s. You should see 15 6s. You should see 18 7s. And then 15, 12, 9. And I bet you that they will be very close to that. I bet you they will be very close to that. And that's just 3 sets of 36. I've actually shown this on videos many times. Right? And if that's not good enough, roll 4 sets, 5 sets, 6 sets. The truth is that those numbers are going to consistently come at that because you're rolling a 6-sided cube, 2 of them. You're rolling 2 6-sided cubes, and you're going to repeatedly get those numbers. And it's just how it goes. All right? Now, could you magically in one run have 21 6s? Yes, you could. It could absolutely happen. Does that mean that it's not rolling its percentage? No, it doesn't. All right? In fact, you should be happy that you had 21 6s, right? So the only one that if it rolls over, if it rolls over is the 7, right? You're the only one, you don't want the 7 to be way. Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. The 4 and 10 will match the 7 every time. Yeah. Or it'll be right there with it. Yeah, absolutely. It has to. 16% versus 16%. So the only spike you don't want to see is the 7 on the random roll. Right? That's the only spike you don't want to see, guys. So if you're going to be a dice controller, guys, dice control takes a ton of time and patience, and it takes a ton of practice and repetition. Right? Just to do it well enough to maybe manipulate 1 or 2 combinations over a set of 36 or 72. 1 or 2 combinations to manipulate it that far. Right? Wouldn't you rather not worry about that and just play randomly? Now, guys, I dice control, but I don't dice control because I care about whether it's random or not. I don't. I dice control because I am specifically trying to hit certain numbers. So when I throw the 6, 4, 5, 2, the reason I do that is because I get a lot of 4s and 10s out of it. When I'm playing the don't, I like the 4 and the 10, right? Now, after I make that number, yeah, 50%, that can happen. And I'll talk about that in a second, Fives. So after I make my 4 or 10, I change this, right? I usually go to something that I have practiced that helps me avoid that number, right? But I am not trying to beat the 7. Why on earth would I try to beat the hardest number in the game to beat? That doesn't make any sense to me, right? But so what's Fives is talking about? Okay, so here's one of the things dice controllers get in trouble with, and they get in trouble with this a lot on the hardway set. The hardway set is like one of the worst ones for this. So it's just any hardway set. So when you throw the hard way set, if you throw the dice, what people refer to on axis, you literally have 4 sevens on these dice. Okay, so if you roll any 3 here, you can get a 7 that way, right? If you roll a 3 here, you can get a 7 that way. And this is all on axis rolls. This is correct rolls, right? So that's 2. Now let's flip them over. If you roll a 2, you can get a 5. You get a 5. Right, I totally agree. Hardway sets are sets to roll a 7. You have more 7s on the hardway set than basically every other set. Now, what people do, the hardway set is supposed to be one off, one on, one off, and that's how it's supposed to work. Right? It's supposed to have one that bounces off axis. But if you are training yourself to throw the dice correctly and throw them on axis, then you throw the hardway set, then you're throwing right into the dragon. You're throwing right into, you're just tossing yourself right in there. Now, if you're doing it on the come out, it makes a lot of sense if you're playing the line, or if you're playing a lay bet first, or lay the back wall, as a lot of people like to play, to try to throw a 7. It makes total sense. But so this is what I'm saying is watch what you're doing with dice control. If you don't fully understand the dice control, don't do it. Grab the dice, throw them down the table. Or some people dice control, but they're not actually controlling. It's a comfort level thing. And this is one of the things that's for me. It's a comfort level. So when I set the dice, 6, 5, 4, 2, I feel comfortable putting them big don't bets out there. Because I'm like, I'm going to roll a 4 or a 10. Right? So I feel comfortable with it. It makes me comfortable. Being comfortable is a big part of craps. Being very comfortable is a huge part of craps. I do use the all 7 sets sometimes. And 5s, you are 100% right as well. So this is one of the things too I want to talk about dice control, guys. People that think it's totally random, they're right. And you can't really argue it with them. And I'll tell you why. Because a lot of people have shown this. Even the best dice controllers, when you slow the video down, the dice do crazy things. Right? They do crazy things. So, dice control is kind of pseudo craps. I'll refer to it as pseudo craps. And a huge part of it is about being comfortable. It makes people comfortable. Now, on the flip side of it, the dice controllers aren't wrong. Right? The dice controllers aren't incorrect either, based upon the fact that, in my opinion, unless they say they can beat the 7, because I don't believe you can beat the 7 with dice control. I don't believe it myself. But what you can do, I think, is you can make certain groups of numbers come more often. Yeah, totally awesome, 5s. I totally agree. I think dice control makes certain groups of numbers come more consistently. All right? Gets you different spikes more consistently. Not every time, but enough times that it's worth putting bets on them. And so what I'll show you, for example, right? I shoot the 1, 2, 1, 3 sometimes. Right? The 1, 2, 1, 3 is also just a cross 6s set. A lot of people call it. But the reason I do this is because when I'm aiming at those horn numbers, those low horn numbers, if I throw the dice correctly by dice control, I'm going to get 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s, and 9s. That's what I'm going to get if I throw them correctly. I'll get some 6 1s. It is very similar to free throw practice, and that's how you should probably look at it. But so, if you're throwing a dice set and you're aiming at certain numbers, and that dice set's supposed to make those numbers, that is true. It can definitely be worse than random. So, if I can throw this, and I can manipulate it to the point that I get more horn numbers, and I've proven this to myself. Does it mean I get any less sevens? No, I get the same amount of sevens. I get 16% sevens all the time, but I can adjust my horn up a little bit, and I've proven this to myself. And I used to always shoot this on the come out from the dome. I used to always shoot it, and it's still great. Why not? Fives, I mean, they can be measured. Why can't they? And that's the thing is, believe it or not, it's mostly just comfort level. But I can definitely manipulate it to where I get more than the average number of horn numbers out of that. But like I said, guys, and I'll keep repeating this, it doesn't change the seven. And people arguing with this. I've had a lot of people argue with this that they can beat the seven. They just can't. 16%, you're not going to beat it. That's always the argument, Fives, that you got to have this massive sample size. I disagree. I disagree. Because the argument the other way is that it's all random and you don't need any sample size. So if you can walk up to the table every day and throw 6 shots without rolling a 7, and then on your 7th shot you roll a 7, and you do that every day, you've done something. Now, do I believe people could do that? No. But if I tell you every day, okay, I'm going to go up there and I'm going to throw 6 shots, and one out of those 6 shots is going to be a horn number. All right? And I can guarantee that one out of those 6 shots is going to be a horn number. Now you could just parlay that, right? You could just put that on a progression. As long as you know I'm going to get 1 out of 6, bam. Dice no fear, I like that. But anyways, and again, like I said, the people that don't believe in dice control are absolutely right, and they have a ton of ground to stand on, and there's really no way. There's really no way that the dice influencer side can prove it wrong, can prove them wrong. On the flip side, there's really no way that the guys that say it's always random can prove the others wrong. That's awesome, Aces. That is fantastic. The come progression works, but you just got to have the guts to stick with it. But anyways, that's my rant and my NCAA and my craps and everything. And I love you guys on here, man. You guys are great. You make everything about what I do. I mean, so. But I'm gonna go to bed. Got to work on this NCAA picks tomorrow. Today was okay. If Arkansas covered, it would have been a lot better. But Arkansas kind of crapped the bed in the second half, and they didn't score for 10 minutes. How do you not score for 10 minutes? They didn't score for 10 minutes. It was kind of a weird situation there. But anyways, they won by 5 after not scoring for 10 minutes. It's crazy. That's cool. I like that. Thank you, guys. John, you've really figured out how the ratios matter so much. I really like that. Because I used to really promote that, like making sure you know like what you're betting and why you're betting it. I used to talk about that a lot. Know why you're betting certain amounts and know why you're doing things instead of just doing them, because people said do it. Because people tell you to put come bets plus odds, people just do it. Or people tell you to put 96 across. Why are you doing that? To know why you're doing it is a big deal. And so many people just do it because that's what someone told them to do, or that's what they saw. They don't really know the why behind it. They don't know why there's ratios involved. And that's one of the things. That's like the next step in craps players is to understand the ratios, to understand that kind of thing. Right? Yeah, John is awesome. All you guys are awesome. All you guys that make content are awesome because everyone brings something to the table. Yes. Any Izzo team has a shot. I mean, he's proven it over and over. There's no doubt with the Izzo. So any Izzo team has a shot. I got to look into it more. I doubt I'll be on their money line, but I definitely will be looking at their line because they are getting some points. And yeah, but guys, so the first step as craps players obviously is, hey, how does this work? So people are always intimidated by the table, right? They see all the people up there and racks of chips, and the table they look at, and there's all these bets, and there's all these chips out there, and the dealer's, hey George, and the dealer's like, bing bing, he's putting chips everywhere, and then they're like, dice out, person throwing it, people are hooting and hollering, they're going, oh. So again, that's like the first level of the craps player, right? What is the first level of the craps player always play? And I guarantee you, if you walk up to a table and this is a person's first time and they just watch some videos or something, their very first time, they always do the same two things. They do them. I mean, it is like clockwork. Can anyone tell me what they are? They always do the same two things. They only play two ways. Pass line, yes, pass line, very first thing, right? Got to put the money on the pass line. And the second thing is throughout the session they'll do this without fail. Without fail, they will do this. They put the money on the pass line. The field, yes, exactly right. The field. Why do they put the money in the field? Because look at the field. It's pretty. Look at all those numbers you get. The first level of craps players always do this. They don't play the 6 and 8 yet because they're not really sure about the place bets, but they can put the money in the field. Oh yeah, you get all those numbers? Yeah, I want to play that. Yeah. But so that's like that's one of the things that they always do first, right? And then they see the other players and they see the players keep putting money on the 6 and 8 every shooter. They're like, why are these people putting the money on the 6 and 8? So what do? They get smart and they ask. They ask the guy next to them, why are you putting money on the 6 and 8? Well, the 6 and 8 has 10 combinations, and you get paid plus money. So then they start putting minimum bets on the 6 and 8, right? Minimum bet, same bet, same bet. 6 and 8 can hit 25 times. Thank you, John. Yeah. The 6 and 8 can hit 25 times in one shooter, and it'll still be a minimum bet out there. And so there's levels to this, is what I'm getting at. Craps players get built in levels. People don't come in knowing the game right away. It's very rare. Right? They get built in levels. And each new bet is kind of the next level, right? You never see new craps players lay bets. You just never see it. All right? You never see new craps players play the C bet. You're like, what's that C out there? You never see it. You guys don't owe me nothing. I'm so happy that I was able to help anybody that I did help. So I really am happy. That's one of the things I'm most proud of is the people that I tried to help out that all made it to 1,000 subscribers. I mean, because no matter what anyone says, getting any kind of money from YouTube, is great. I've played that a little, John. I actually saw that at a casino where there was the 3 field bet. Um, I actually really liked it. And I think they're 3-1, right? 3-1, 3-1, and 3-1, maybe, or something like that. Um, what I liked about that was when I saw it, I was like, wow, this changes the way you could play the Iron Cross, right? I mean, it kind of changes it. But anyways, guys, thank you for your time. I'm going to go to bed. I'm getting tired. Then they let you hedge your hedge. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for everything. And you guys are the best. Let's try to win some basketball tomorrow. See what happens. Again, you guys are the best.